Indian banks has begun blocking payments for Russian oil imports following the latest round of US sanctions against Russia's oil industry. According to a report from Energy Intelligence, an energy information company, the US on January 10 announced large-scale sanctions against major Russian oil companies and nearly 200 vessels of Moscow's shadow fleet. Following the new restrictions, financial institutions in India began blocking payments for Russian crude, Energy Intelligence reported on January 20. India's state-owned banks, State Bank of India and Punjab National Bank, have exercised the most caution in avoiding US sanctions. Private banks have adopted a less rigid approach, the report said. India became the world's leading importer of Russian oil following the full-scale invasion of February 2022 and subsequently barrage of Western sanctions. India accounted for almost half of all Russian seaborne crude exports in 2024. Approximately 20% of those exports originated from Surgutri Gas and Gazprom Neft, Russian oil companies targeted in Washington's recent sanctions, according to S&P Global. So, I can understand that India wants to carry out the sanction that the US has imposed on Russian businesses or banks or Russian oil. But at the end of the day, I just hope that this does not cause bad blood between India and Russia, knowing fully well that the both of them are part and parcel of BRICS. Yes, and the more you see the US using its dollar as a political weapon, the more it will even encourage the BRICS to continue in their de-dollarization agenda. And I hope that the BRICS will remain undeterred. They will remain focused. They will remain determined more than ever. Because we are living in a particular time in history where every developing and emerging countries must unite themselves to dethrone the US dollar from being the de facto currency, the position it has been sitting on 70 to 80 years, because this is one of the things that has been holding most of the emerging economies or developing countries, holding their economy stagnant. And the earlier we can collectively trade in our local currencies, the more the economies and the currencies of such developing and emerging economies will be stabilized. Yes, the earlier the better. Things are evolving, there's a shift ongoing, and every emerging and developing countries must do whatsoever it takes for the world to build a multipolar world, thereby dethroning this unipolar world that we have been running for decades, in which one country decides for everybody. People are getting wiser. People are beginning to understand their local and international politics, and people can no longer continue in that old tradition of doing things because it no longer aligns with the needs, with the interests of the people that is living in this present time. So the earlier the better for everyone.